Absolute Wrestling Radio, Mark Bland here, and I'm sitting with the guy who just won tonight here for Fight Me MMA, Josh Neer. Josh, welcome to Absolute Wrestling Radio. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Tell me a little bit about tonight's match with Jesse Finney, your mindset going into it, kind of how things played out when you were in the ring.
Well, before I fought him, I never watched him fight, so I really didn't know anything about him. Just seeing his record, you know, I seen him as 6-0, and 5 of his wins were by submission. But I heard that it came from a kickboxing background, so I didn't really know anything about him, you know. But I just kind of made this fight personal to me, and that's when I fight the best.
All right, fair enough. In the match, you're taking him down. We saw a very honest throw straight to the ground. Like literally, you just like ragdolled him, picked him up, threw him straight to the ground. Was there some frustration there, some anger there, or was it just basically he basically gave you the open, you took it?
That's just a move that I always use in practice, and you know, all my training partners laughed when they came in here because they said we've all got that too, you know, so we know how that feels because that's one of my best moves. It's just it's a Greco foot trip, and he just, you know, he fell into it. It's pretty easy to do, and I took him down. Well,
man, you did a great job tonight here for Fight Me MMA. What did you think of the overall product of Fight Me MMA? Was their first time ever going out and doing anything, whether it was around the world or even in St. Louis, and you were in the main event of this? How were you treated? How did you feel about the Fight Me MMA experience, and would you come back?
Honestly, I've never been treated better than what I've been treated for Fight Me MMA. You know, these guys took care of all the fighters, not just me. I guarantee that you ask any of the guys on the card, from the first guy on the card to the last guys on the card, and they'll tell you the same thing. You know, I was definitely impressed with their show. The pyros were, sweet. I think that all the fights were actually good too. You know, it was a good show, and just, so impressed with them. I can't wait to come back. You know, honestly, this is the only people that I want to fight for anymore.
Oh, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Now, we know a lot about your background. Obviously, hosting the show that we host, we got a strong background on you. We know that you have usually in the past fought a little bit lighter in weight. You're a little bit higher for this fight, and then something came around with a 175 weight or something like that out of absolutely nowhere. It didn't seem like it made a difference. There was no effect whatsoever, but are you more comfortable fighting at the lighter weight of 155, or would you like to continue where you're at?
You know, I'm an in-between guy. I think 155 is too small for me. You know, I was just cutting way too much weight. It was just too hard on me, and I feel good at 170. This fight was supposed to be at 170, and then he was the one that wanted at 175, and like you said, I didn't really think it was going to make a difference. I was like, whatever.
So evidently you might be a purveyor of the catch weight that has been talked about a lot in mixed martial arts, that they need those middle catch weights. I think that would work perfect for a person like yourself.
Definitely, and there's a lot of guys just like me. They feel too big for 155, too small for 170. Probably the perfect weight class for me would be 165. And unfortunately, there's not a weight class for that. But hopefully, the sport's getting big. I don't know why there isn't. Huge. I don't know why there's not more weight classes. It makes sense. In boxing, it's like every 3 pounds.
Oh yeah. Well, they got a super middle, super fly, super this, super that. Ultra, super random. Yeah, it's crazy over there.
Why can't we do every 10 pounds?
Fair enough. Last question for you. What do you do from here, man? What are you looking for? Has there been any fights offered up? Or is there anyone from your past that you'd really like to just get back in there and tangle with, regardless of the promotion? Has there been any attempts to possibly go back towards UFC or something like that?
It doesn't really matter where I fight. I'm comfortable fighting for these guys. Like I said, I would love to fight for these guys again. I don't really want to go anywhere else. As far as opponents, in my opinion, I'd like to fight everyone that I lost to. Any fighter that's out there should always want to fight the guys that they lost to. So, it doesn't matter whoever they pick for me to fight. I'm going to fight. Go from there. But the rest of the year, I kind of want to take off, heal up. I love training fighters too. I got a couple up and comers that I think are ready for big shows. And I want to help those guys out the rest of the year, and then come back in 2011. Come back strong.
All right, fair enough. Well, Josh Neer, congratulations tonight on your big win here in St. Louis for Fight Me MMA, and thank you for coming on Absolute Wrestling Radio, bro.
Thank you.
All right.